What is going on, YouTube? Patrick here, trying out a new microphone this week. So hopefully it'll improve my sound quality, take me to the next level. Been trying to just like bring up my game here a little bit more, make things a little bit more professional, right? So always trying to do a little bit better job. And maybe next I'll do a new webcam. I feel like the quality is good, but it could be better. Don't know. Speaking of sales, 19 items sold last week. Solid week, $559 total. Got 25 listed like I like to do. So it was really solid. But strangely enough, most of the sales didn't happen till the weekend. So really odd. I had about 6 going into the weekend. And we had 13 over the weekend. Amber and I had to ship out 13 packages on Sunday night. It was crazy. But yeah, why don't we get right into it? All right, so up first, video game for the Game Boy Advance, Super Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball Junior, apparently. Right, you guys know video games are one of my favorite things to sell. This one, super easy. I do always clean all of the games, right? Everybody's got their kind of their own way to do it. And then I've got all the different systems still so that I can test them out, make sure the games are actually working. Depending on the system, like if it's a disc or something like that, probably may not test it, but any of these older ones I definitely will. This one sold after shipping $7.41, and I was into it for about $2. So not like the best game flip ever, but not too bad. Number 2 here. This was an Amber find at Savers, the Savers thrift store, a couple weeks ago. She paid $4.99 for this, or we paid $4.99 for this, and it sold for $20 plus shipping. SpongeBob SquarePants plug-and-play devices. Definitely like these. It all started with like these Pac-Man ones, right? Everybody was into the big Pac-Man, and all of a sudden there was all these plug-and-play devices out there. Some of them definitely still have some value, and some of them really just do not. This is one of them. I pick this one up a few times a year, and it always sells really quickly. So definitely a good flip on this plug-and-play. All right, up third this week. This is a Citadel paint station. So I don't expect anybody to know what this is. It's definitely from a different hobby. One of the other hobbies that I have is Dungeons and Dragons. So for that hobby, we buy miniatures and paint them, and then you play with them in your game. And one of my friends, Matt, we found this in his closet. He was cleaning it out and decided he wasn't ever going to use it. So of course, looked it up on eBay, listed it, and it sold within a day. Whenever I take on like a commission like this, it's 40, 40, 20. So it's going to be about $9 to me, $9 to Matt. Thank you, Matt. Up fourth, this is another one from Matt, actually. He had found this, again, he was doing a bunch of home renovation type stuff, cleaning up stuff, and found his old 3DS and decided he wanted to get rid of it. Sold within a few days for $150. You guys know video games are always good sellers. This one took a little bit of work and needed to be cleaned up and formatted and all that kind of stuff, but not too bad. The same 40-40-20 rule applies, 40% to me, 40% to Matt, and then 20% to fees and shipping charges. So it's going to be about $60 to me and $60 to Matt. Again, thank you, Matt. Item number 5 this week. This is a new one for me, Pyrex Dishes. I had bought a few of these back in the springtime, trying to test it out. My friend Amanda had been teaching me a little bit more about them, and I just decided, why not? Let's pick them up. Let's see how they do. And then, of course, like a lot of things, they sat and they sat and they sat. They needed to be polished up, and I just hadn't done it. I've got a few more still to go, but these actually sold pretty well. I thought I might be able to get $20 for both of them, maybe 10 each, something like that. So that I listed them at $20 for the pair. And within about a week, they sold for $17.25 plus shipping. I was into these each for just a couple dollars each, so probably about $5 before everything's said and done. So really not too bad, $12 in profit. Not sure if I'm going to continue to do it. I'll probably try if I find some good stuff, try it out. But there's so many Pyrex collectors out there, it's going to be hard to find a good deal, I think, on these things. Don't know. All right, item number 6. This is an Amber find again. I think may have been about the same day that we found that SpongeBob SquarePants thing. But this was at, again, Savers thrift store. She found it was $4.99 and brand new and sealed. I love selling these types of wireless phones, cordless phones when they're brand new and sealed. We find them at Savers definitely during the winter for some reason. Don't really know why they're usually there, but yeah, we find several of these a year. And sold for, after shipping, $21.75. I thought it might be able to sell for like $40 free shipping, maybe $35 free shipping. And I think it took a best offer of $34. So I was right in that range. $12 approximately to ship. So like I said, left me with just under $22 in sold price. So right, $4 and $22 or $4.99 to $22. Pretty solid flip for a brand new item. Item number 7, I had actually picked up like 6, 7, or 8 of these things last year at the same savers, my favorite savers, honestly. And these are business office telephones. Definitely something to do some research on if you've never thought about these before. But any of the business type environment, people are still using these. True, a lot of the offices have switched over to the voice over IP or VoIP phones. But you really, when you're just looking at them and they've been used, it's hard to tell what's what. But yeah, easy to look up, right? Most of these types of things have a model number on the back. I've just been selling them untested, and if I've only had one that didn't work, and I just gave them a refund. And so people usually are okay with that. It's an older item, right? I think I was into these for $2.99 each. This one sold for $22.50. So solid electronics flip at that point, over 20 or about $20 in profit. Really happy with that. Item number 8. This one's a little bit more fun. A toy. This is a Spider-Man action figure. The character name is the Rhino. Right, I recognized him from Spider-Man, so I just figured I'd pick him up. He was in a bag with a bunch of other toys that was like, I think it was $3.99, something like that. And right, anytime you can find one item in the bag that'll pay for the rest of the bag, usually it's doing pretty good. So right, that's usually my strategy. If there's a whole bunch of toys in a bag and I know one of them's going to pay for it, I'll probably pick up the whole bag and then look up everything in the bag, right? That's kind of a fun thing of it. It's almost a treasure hunt. I can't tell you guys how many interesting things I've found when I've done that. I've gone through the bag and just found $10, $15 items I just had no idea about. And that's really fun to me. So yeah, into this for like $2, sold it for $8.65 after shipping. So pretty solid toy find. Item number 9, another category that I've been like thinking about getting into. Figured I would just buy some of this stuff if I saw it and see how it sells. This is a cross stitch kit, brand new and sealed. Picked this up at a church sale back in the spring with Amber, and paid $2 for this thing. We actually did really, really well at this church sale. We found all sorts of interesting stuff, and so this was only one of the items we found there. But honestly, looking at garage sales all summer long, I almost hardly found any of these. So I think maybe it's not too much of a secret that there's some money in them. This thing sold for $20.85 after shipping. I think it was $25 free shipping, something like that, right? Solid flip when you can go from $2. All I did with this was put it into one of those Amazon bubble mailers that I try to recycle, taped it up and shipped it out. Super, super easy. I'm definitely going to continue to buy these in the future. All right, item number 10 is a Sony video camera, like old palmcorder, handheld camcorder, something like that. This one I got at a Goodwill, I think in last weekend's live thrift video. And right, I wasn't even really planning to go to this Goodwill. Decided, why not? Let's just spend the entire day out thrifting, see what we can find. This was $12, and I was a little bit hesitant, right? You never really know if these things are going to work, and $12 is starting to get to be a little bit of money, but you know what? I was like, it had the charger. I figured at minimum, this charger is going to get me my money back, that definitely would have been the case. And had the battery, had some other stuff in there, listed it for $130. It sold. I think I told you guys last week that it sold. You know what? It was on Saturday in the voiceover. I told you guys that it sold for $110. And then the person didn't want it. They canceled. So I was like, okay. I relisted it for $130, and within a day of me doing that, it sold for the full price. So just funny how that goes sometimes, right? I was happy with the $110, to be honest. Super happy with the $130. Like I said, into it for $12. So really, really solid flip there. All right, item number 11. This was also from last weekend's video, I believe. It was a Nerf darts pack, right? The replacement pack of foam darts. This one was a little bit older. We paid $2 for this, so it wasn't too bad. I think it was priced at $1.50 at a Goodwill. I just gave them $2, told them to keep it, right? Put that towards their mission. And it sold, I think, for like $11 free shipping. I'm not exactly sure. It was $8.15 after shipping, right? So $2 and $8, not going to complain about it at all. Nice little bread and butter flip, that's for sure. All right, item number 12. If you're new to this channel, I really like flipping Nordic ware. This is I wouldn't call it a secret category, but definitely something I do find a lot of, especially at thrift stores. I don't find a lot at tag sales, garage sales, or estate sales. Tag sales are what we call garage sales in Connecticut for some reason, but I do find a lot of them at thrift stores. Honestly, and they're usually only like $2, $3, $4. And I've sold some of these up to like $45, $50, honestly, you guys. Right? You want to make sure that they're not scratched on the inside, make sure there's no rust. Sometimes I get mistaken and I think that it's food residue and it's actually rust. So that's never good. But right, this one sold for $18. This one actually surprisingly was from a garage sale. Now, the hard part was I had just sold another one that was very similar to this for $40. And so they told me they wanted 10, and I was like, of course, I will give you $10 because I think it's worth $40. Now, this was not the one that was worth $40. This was only worth $18. So definitely not going to be the best flip ever, right? $10 and $18. But hey, it sold and we made some money on it. So I'm going to consider that a win. Item number 13, 2 Maxell cassette tapes. These were brand new and sealed. According to Amber, this is
Amber's weird sale of the week.
I don't make this stuff up. I didn't think this was super weird because I've sold a bunch of cassette tapes that were brand new like this. Into these for like $1 each, you guys, right? And I just bundled them up, sold them for $15. It looked like if you sold them by themselves, maybe more like $5 or $6, but bundling them together, 15, probably took about 6 months to sell. So a little bit slow moving. What you want to look for with brand new cassette tapes, it should say high bias on it. If it doesn't, they may still sell, but you're not going to get as much money for the other ones. Very similar to video cassettes or VHS tapes. You want to look for the big bundles, right? If it's 5 tapes, 10 tapes, those are going to sell really well as compared to just finding them in onesie twosies. Even still, though, if they're only a couple dollars, bundle them together. Make a big bundle of 5, 6, 7 random tapes, put them all together. They will definitely sell. May take a little bit longer, but hey, it's brand new. Doesn't take up a ton of space. Shouldn't be too bad of a deal. And like everything else on here, usually you can get them really cheap at a garage sale. So definitely be on the lookout for that stuff. All right, item number 14. This is a PlayStation 3 game. My friend Ted brought over a whole bunch of PlayStation 3 games and a bunch of other stuff for me to sell, but just kind of working through that. This sold for $11.84 after shipping. And right after the 40-40-20, it's going to be about $4.75 to me and $4.75 to Ted. Thank you, Ted. Item number 15. This is a couple of Disney's Planes toys. They're usually die-cast metal, meaning they're a little bit more heavy. Some of these can go for like $15, somewhere in that range, maybe even up to $20. You can get some of the bigger toys. They'll even do better. But a lot of these Disney planes, Disney's cars, a lot of these actually will sell pretty well. You may have to put them into a bundle, but definitely look up all of the different items when you find them, and they can do really well. This one of them had a little bit of value, maybe like $6 or $7, and the other one really didn't. I didn't find any solds of it that were used. So I just bundled them together and put it up at, I think $12, $13. And it ended up selling, let's see here, $10.11 after shipping. So I think it must have been another free shipping item. And very similarly, I got these both in little bags at the thrift store. So it was about $1.99 total for these, right? So $2 into $10, solid toys flip, I think. Item number 16, if you guys have watched my channel at all before, you know that I've been trying to get into baseball stuff, right? Bats and gloves and all that stuff. Going to continue to do my research this year, probably continue to buy stuff and just see how it does. But Amber and I found a whole bunch of these at Savers a few weeks ago. I think we ended up buying 6 or 7 of them. They were all like $3.99, $4.99, something like that. And some of them were brand new. So we just bought them all. I think I only ended up returning one of them. I donated it back. But this one sold for $20 plus shipping. So for $4 into it, I'm pretty happy with that. Item number 17, vintage C3PO with removable limbs. This one was definitely in last Saturday's live thrifting video. He was in a big bag full of all sorts of other stuff. There ended up being a He-Man figure in there, a couple other Star Wars figures, and this C3PO. I actually had this guy when I was a little kid, so that's really, really fun to me. I got to play with him a little bit, take him apart, put him back together, and then sell him and make some money off of him too. So that was really neat. The whole bag was $2.99 and he sold for just over $9 after shipping. So really happy to get this guy and sell him. All right, item number 18. This was kind of a surprising sale, actually. I had picked these up, I think, about a year and a half ago, and they'd just been sitting in one of my bins getting ready to list, right, as things do. And was surprised when I looked them up. I had looked them up when I first got them and didn't really think they were worth a ton. And when I looked them up this time, the price was really, really favorable. So I priced them at $50 and ended up taking a best offer of $35. I was into these for $5, you guys. So $35 from 5 for Micro Machines. Whew, I smashed I smashed the microphone. Sorry about that, you guys. I got to get used to not being able to wave my arms around quite as much. But solid flip for that. Love this. Right, probably one of the better flips of the week. All right, last item this week, item number 19. Got this at a Goodwill, basically for free. They were like, they didn't want to charge me for it. They just said, no, it goes with a VCR or something. You can just have it. Sold it after shipping, $10.92. And basically I didn't pay anything for this, so zero money into it. And of course, it was completely full of corrosion. Had to clean it up. But hey, for free, I'm going to take a chance on that for sure. All right, so that's going to do it this week. Hopefully this new microphone is working out for you guys, working out for me here. We're going to see. But really solid week. Like I said, 19 items sold for $559 in sales. Fees probably going to be about $87 and cost of goods sold about $158. We put in just over 7 hours last week into reselling, so not really many hours. So after that, our hourly rate of profits only is going to be $43. Wow, that was surprising to me. Very happy to see that. My goal is $30 an hour, so anytime I'm over that amount, I'm really going to be happy. All right. Well, that is going to do it this week, you guys. If you've enjoyed this content, please do smash that like button. And if you're interested in subscribing, please do so. If you're here just to watch, that's okay too. I don't mind at all. Once again, my name is Patrick, and thank you very much.